Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I am Channie and today we're watching Burning Down My New House to Prove a Point by ididathing. Now, I don't know why he's gonna be burning his new house, why he's burning a house, what is the point that needs to be proven, but let's find out together.
How you going? Check out this tree
Hello.
and see if you can spot something I didn't before I bought this place.
It's a big tree.
It's burnt. Every single tree here is burnt. And that's real bad. As some
He's burning
idiot
it
made all
because
of
the
them out of
kitchen
wood.
is the wrong color.
You know what's also made out of wood? My new house. So what am I going to do if a bushfire does rip through the property? Or even worse, what if there are marauders?
Oh my god.
Could I survive by hiding in your normal household objects like your bathtub? Or am I just cooked?
I think you're cooked.
Alright, now I'm picking three things to attempt to survive.
Oh my god, sir, bro, it's been a while since I watched it.
It makes sense if you don't think
I
about it.
forgot he'd be
hard.
doing
It's
shit
made
like
out
this.
of steel, it's wet.
Ew!
It's...
Ew! Ew! Stop it now! What the fuck, dude? And I know it's not pee, I know that, but it's just the idea is fucking weird.
Contains space. And there was a really interesting article
That's a really
published by
nice
a fire
bathtub,
coroner
though.
that showed that around 50%
That's
of
a
people
really
that
nice
die
bathroom
in
in
their house
general.
are located in their bathroom and even the bathtub. And I don't think that's because they were dropping
Damn.
their kids off at the pool when the fire came
Sir,
through.
your butt is
It's probably
out.
because it feels like the safer room filled with less flammable objects than my garage. So I'm going to do the best case scenario and get a cast iron bathtub filled with water and then put a wet towel on top. My flawed logic here is if water filters smoke in a bong, surely it will work with a wet towel in a bath. Next we got your fridge. Well, not your fridge. I couldn't work out where you live. I'm getting the exact fridge from the Indiana Jones movie where Harrison Ford hid in it and survived a nuclear blast and then got shingles. And fridges are a pretty common movie escape trope, but I'm not sure there is anything safe about them as they are covered in toxic
Does that
plastic,
happen in
have a
Indiana
compressor,
Jones?
and are usually
Haven't
filled with
watched this,
stinky
I don't-
fish.
I'm genuinely asking.
Then for all you
Eesh.
Americans, we have a fireproof gun safe, and it's got walls made out of steel and gyprock, which is meant to insulate it and keep the temperature under 150 degrees. And this sounds a lot better than a fridge, but I don't know, as even if you don't die from the heat, unlike the guns in the safe, you need oxygen to survive. And to make this test slightly scientific, I'm going to put a thermometer in each with an oxygen and a CO2 reader, so we all know exactly how effective they are. But first, I'm going to do a small scale test.
I'm scared. I wouldn't
And
trust a
this
kid
ain't
holding
looking good
this.
for the mini bath, as after only a minute of this tiny house being on fire, the water was already boiling. But maybe it'll be different with a bigger bath. For the fireproof safe,
But
I made this...
also, it's boiling because the pan thingy they're using to represent the bathtub, it's the material. Metal absorbs the heat faster. So maybe if they make the bathtub a material that would not absorb the flames heat as fast, it wouldn't boil as fast. Thinking. Poof, fridge is something that happened. That is crazy.
which is gyprock mined straight from the source, some felt, and then sheet metal. And this is pretty promising. I kept this flame against it for like 10 minutes and the heat inside didn't go up at all.
And inside is gold.
But I don't think we learned anything from this small test, except not to give a 3-year-old a powerful laser.
Ow! Okay.
Which means I need a real house to burn.
That's cute.
Heads, I burn down this house. Tails, I need to make one.
Yes.
So the first step in building a house is getting 2 mates to do all the work. Dan and Liam. Dan builds houses for hippies in the mountains, and Liam is a professional architect with a YouTube channel. Mates that have different names will also work for building a house. So if anything goes wrong, we all know who's at fault. And at first I thought I'd spend $1,000 on wood, but why would I do that when I can buy a $2,500 chainsaw and then spend an hour ruining the bar to make an Alaskan mill, which allows you to turn anything wooden into more wood. You know what they say, give a man a stinky fish and he'll eat it, but give a man a chainsaw and he'll be eating stinky fish for life.
I'm confused. What does that mean?
But I did forget that the wood of this tree is still very wet, and the same with the giant gum tree that fell down on the property. So this ain't gonna make good building material or burn very well. So instead we stole the neighbor's trailer and headed down to the local tip.
Alright, let's jack it up and take it. Yeah, I like that. I mean, you can't really hide in a dunny though. Maybe you could hide a baby in a dunny.
And after almost getting into a fight with a man about a hoe,
You got the hoe?
That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, hoe's on the house. Enjoy your hoe.
we somehow got everything we needed to burn, including a Chubb fireproof safe, a fridge, and a cast iron bath, all from one tip. Unfortunately, the tip didn't have much good wood though, but we met some tradies who gave us some free concrete formwork. So then we pointed at a plan and worked out that the tradies' wood was not going to be enough. So we also had to buy some pine for the walls and frame. And we tried to get the untreated
I
stuff,
actually like
but there
that,
is still
the
some pretty
putting
nasty
microwave
chemicals in
sounds
plywood,
instead of
similar
the
to
sawing
cigarettes.
sounds.
And I mean exactly the same as cigarettes. And we are kind of just making our own version
Wait,
of an
why
IKEA
does-
burnable house,
why does it
where
have
we pre-make all the walls in the neighbour's garage, and then hopefully can just walk
the
them over and
cigarette
nail them in
brand on it?
place. And the first wall looks like a floor, but that's because it's on the floor and not on the wall. Then the other walls came together perfectly.
Oh,
So once we had a big stack of walls, we moved on to the floor, which we were going to make in one giant piece. And I can't tell you how long I've wanted to use one of these. Like legally, I signed an NDA and I can't, but it's my new favorite tool. And it's crazy to think that a tool company watched my hammer gun video and made a more functional version of it. And we did forget about the weight of the floor,
Did
and
they pay
almost
him
made
for the
it too
idea?
heavy to move.
did they?
And after an hour of moving panels to the top of the hill, we realized we could have just made everything up there. And you would think
Damn.
that with the combined brainpower of a YouTuber, architect, and builder, that this whole build would come together smoothly, and we would be able to get the basics like wall dimensions right. But somehow we either stuffed up the floor or the wall.
Damn.
So we took it back down and weren't pissed off at all.
Damn. Have to restart. Walking barefoot is crazy. It's his whole thing. He does everything barefoot. Oh, loud! I'm gonna turn it down. There's a lot of banging
Throughout this whole
happening.
building process, there was a constant feeling of everything being completely pointless. Like usually the things I make are useless, but I've never put this much effort into something whose only purpose is to be destroyed. Which resulted
Yeah.
in Dan, Liam and I constantly arguing about
It
what
doesn't
to
look
do.
bad.
I wanted zero effort, Liam wanted it to just stand upright, and Dan thought we were actually building him a real house. And we didn't want to break the illusion and tell
Oh,
him we
the
were burning it all
shaking,
down,
help
so we let
him.
him do a fancy thing called bird mouths on the rafters.
What is
And look,
that?
I'll tell you a secret. Some of my other subscribers have been saying some pretty nasty stuff about you. They said, Paul, you're
Oh.
a nice guy, but you're real stupid. And you don't know
Oh.
what a bird's mouth is. They also said some stuff
Damn.
about your sister, but we all know that's true. So, Paul,
Oh.
a bird's mouth is this joint right here. And it's for the rafters, so they sit nicely on the walls. And it makes no difference at all. But remember, Dan thinks this is actually his house.
Not correct?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. What's happened? Doesn't reach?
Well, no. Not by a long shot.
So we tried for an hour or two to make one, but couldn't even get one of them right. So we just called it a day and went fishing.
Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Fishing. Oh, it's such a pretty scenery. Oh my god, and the sun in the back? That is so pretty.
Look at that. It's the sponsor of today's video, Udo. Udo is an
Udo?
all-in-one business management software that provides entrepreneurs like me with a range of applications to simplify the day-to-day management of their business, including invoicing, accounting, project management, website creation, and more. Today I'm focusing on the Udo inventory application, which is essential for any business looking to manage its stocks effectively and adaptively with advanced
Mixed
features like
stocks?
barcode
No
management,
way.
smart storage rules, and complete traceability. It offers a comprehensive solution to maximize productivity and minimize errors. It allows you to efficiently manage inventory, effortlessly organize your shelves and aisles and automate product routing from your warehouse and other retail points. Also, if you are doing the picking and packing, you can optimize your processes with smart strategies such as wave, cluster, and batch picking, as well as first in, first out, last in, first out, and average costs. I love that. What about you want to do some real-time tracking? Well, Odoo has that as well, and you can stay updated on stock levels, expiration dates, and product movements. With the integrated barcode scanner, you can easily register the incoming stock to the warehouse in seconds, saving you from redundant manual work. So start saving time in your warehouse and streamline the flow with Odoo Inventory. Click my link in the description to get started with Odoo. The first app is free for life with unlimited hosting and support.
Is he trying to teach
Okay,
the fish?
day 2, and we're back
Why
to
is he
doing bird
holding
mouths.
it like that? Did it finally work? Finally.
And that worked this
Yay.
time. So we cut a billion more and then just slapped on the roof.
Finally.
Then nibbled some tin sheet before slapping that on.
How can you not know if you're circumcised though?
Pretty sure I am. I just don't want to make my dad feel uncomfortable asking.
And there we go. There was only one more
What?
thing to make.
What?
Alright, let me check. Don't put the drill back in.
And now the cabin
Sir?
is done. But I forgot something pretty major. There might, maybe, possibly, definitely be a total fire ban. So we can't legally light it on fire. And usually I would do it anyway, but people aren't going to be happy if I set the whole area on fire while making a video about fire safety. Which means we are going to have to wait a month for the fire ban to end and also get permission from the fireman. And that's also the end of Liam and Dan. So go check out Liam's YouTube channel where he makes things slightly better than I do on his channel Morosi Makes.
Okay, 1 month later.
W plugs.
Moldy
W.
and wet. So we're gonna have to dry it out somehow.
Whoa. What is that? Wait, what is that? Ow.
The cabin is fairly dry now, so we waited for a non-windy night when my mates were feeling pretty hungry.
And there's a chicken in there. Oh
Would you like to write anything nice on the walls?
no, I'd like to put that. I'd like to put that over here,
Tell me where you want to put it, please.
right here. Step ladder into the.
Ruins the shot.
No, it doesn't.
Also, who has a bathtub in their living room with their safe? All of this is wrong already.
Not everyone's a rich YouTuber. Some people have to live like this.
So inside the fridge, safe, and bath, I put
Hey,
some
Ken.
chickens, thermometer, and an oxygen reader.
Why are
And the
chickens-
sensors aren't fireproof, but they don't need to be, because if they melt, we'll know it was hot. And here are my predictions. The fridge chicken is going to be completely gone, bath chicken is going to boil, and I reckon the chicken in the safe might survive, but will suffocate.
Smells good.
Oh, that's the.
Is it going
the
all over your
test.
feet?
Is it?
I don't know why my stupid ass thought he's gonna be
Scissors,
in there.
paper, rock. Scissors,
Something is wrong with
paper,
you.
rock.
What the hell? Why
You
did
do
they even
it.
actually
You got
be
it.
in there?
You got limited
It's
time.
showing craziness enough. So I wouldn't put it past it. But I think.
Whoa!
I
And I'm
think
not sure
he-
why we
yeah.
had so much trouble lighting this cabin full of petrol, so I tried again with my favorite cocktail.
Oh,
whoa!
oh,
Whoa! I... Holy!
And place your bets now on what's going to happen to me when I run into the cabin to get the intro shot of me running out. A, I get burnt. B, I find a penny. And C, I forgot that I shattered glass on the ground and cut open my foot.
What is
All of
going on?
them.
Should put on the.
That's bad. That's really bad.
What?
You know what I completely forgot about?
What?
The fact that that is filled with glass.
Oh!
I've got a really deep cut on the bottom.
Oh!
Damn.
Yeah, it's a pretty good cut.
That's a good cut.
Okay.
So after
Damn.
patching up my foot and putting on shoes, we refilled the cabin with petrol and
Shoes?
tried again.
Never thought
Is that meant to happen?
I'd hear him
Yeah.
mention shoes.
Yep, we're out.
Did that whole panel just disappear?
Whoa!
It burned that. Whoa! Oh shit!
Whoa! What the?
And you don't need me to explain what just went wrong there,
Whoa.
but I'm lucky, stupidly lucky.
Bro.
I was
Could have
like, you
been
should probably
real
go light
bad
by
if
head.
he was like still a little bit closer.
Oh yeah, we don't want to be too close to this.
So are we gonna call the fire department or
2000.
Holy dude, it's over 600 degrees in there. You can feel the heat from here.
Yeah, it's just hot.
What the?
Gotta watch out for everything around here. I mean, we can't.
Really, watch out.
Wait,
This is crazy.
should we, yeah, I don't think our water's gonna do anything.
When he said he was gonna set the house on fire, I thought
Wait, grab that, whatever.
that it would be an actual house and not a giant card. I don't think that's a cardboard box. That was a lot of wood involved in that. This is crazy. This is really crazy. I have a lot of questions on how
Wait, grab that,
they were
grab
even
that,
allowed
that
to
is-
do something like this
Careful, careful.
so close to like a forest.
Holy, I did not think it would be that hot.
Dude,
You
this is
didn't
not good.
think a
Should we
fully
just start
burned
spraying it?
mini building would
Right,
be
the cabin is going up
that
quickly.
hot
It
when
was
it's
already
burning?
over 700
What?
degrees Celsius. And it's so hot that we had absolutely no chance of putting this out, even if we wanted to. We couldn't get within 10 meters of it.
You're doing a good job.
Did
And
they
you know,
get in trouble
previously,
for
when I
this?
saw the houses of celebrities and influencers burn down, I didn't care. But knowing it could happen to me and seeing how hard it was to control this small burn has definitely encouraged me to get some firefighting equipment of my own.
Oh, here we go.
Which is really good that we picked a wet day with no wind, as the fire still seems contained. But if the wind picks up and these embers change direction, we could be in a lot of trouble.
Well, I think that's the worst of it.
So the first thing to go was the roof, which knocked the bathtub through the floor. And I sound like an idiot saying this, but I just couldn't believe how hot the fire was. So I'm changing my prediction. No chicken is surviving this.
Yeah, they're all gonna be like fully grilled by the end of this.
So after we let it burn for an hour, which is a much shorter time than a real house would be on fire, we started putting it out. And it wasn't looking good for the bath chickens or the fridge chickens.
Water's boiling in the left side, but
You just get
Boiled alive.
Holy.
Okay, well that's. I mean, I feel like we don't need to check on the chickens at this point. Like,
Yeah, like they're all done.
This is
They're
a pretty
cooked.
certain
Literally
thing,
cooked.
yeah.
You know what,
You
I'm-
might as well
I'm
go and
still
eat
a
them at
little
this
bit
point.
dumb forever thinking
Prepare. It's dinner
that
time.
there might be something to this video at all.
Let me get the plate in there as well. Oh,
actually looks well cooked.
Like, that's
that was
crazy.
delicious.
But it's just
Add a little
Whoa.
seasoning.
It tastes
We're
like
good.
lobster.
It's so moist.
And somehow the chickens tasted amazing, even with the aftertaste of burnt towel. But before we open up the fridge and safe, we're going to wait till it cools down in the morning. The most impressive thing about this is not the fire, but the fact that the bathtub fell through the floor and still stayed upright.
How did the bathtub land exactly on its legs?
it like Looney Tuned. And also, look, this is the fridge chicken.
Boiled
Oh,
with
you can
ashes.
see it.
Yeah, look how good that looks.
Wait, pick it up. Oh!
so crispy.
Okay, so don't hide in the fridge.
Don't hide in the fridge.
Oh,
It actually looks pretty,
Damn.
almost a little bit good.
Ooh, you don't know the combination to the safe.
What? The knobs melted. That was metal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ah. My ear.
This looks
Oh,
delicious. Where did the thermometer
wait,
go?
that actually looks good. Hold
You
on.
can't negotiate with a fire.
Just don't eat it though. It's been sitting overnight.
You just have to
Yeah.
get as far away from it as possible.
You know, if there is actually a bushfire, the only thing to do is get out of there, as that's the only way to actually stay safe. But definitely chuck some chickens in the bath, as you'll have the most delicious chicken dinner to come back to.
That was crazy. That's a good looking chicken. Holy, right? That was crazy. The last one in the safe? I'm like, hold on. They might have cooked. They might have cooked with that one. But yeah, just don't eat it because literally stayed overnight. It was just, yeah, not it. But yeah, that was burning down my new house to prove a point. Could have ended real bad. I'm glad they cut the grass nearby, made sure to check what weather direction, like not weather like the weather and like the wind direction. And yeah, made sure to like have the grass nearby wet because this could have ended really badly. I'm surprised he's not being like, I don't know, fined or something. Like, does he tell authorities before he does stuff like this? Or they just stopped caring because he does too much? You really wonder what the process is like for him and doing these like weird experiments. The chicken looked, the one that was in the bathtub, it didn't look that bad, but I also wouldn't eat it. Like it was a whole like the roof was on top of it, dripping on it. Like it, I don't know. It was a lot of things, but it still looked cooked, which is good. The one in the fridge, GG's. We don't even talk about that one. The one in the safe, that one looked real good. That one had potential. If they had taken it out exactly then, that would have been a feast. I did a thing once more with his craziness. It was a interesting video, very scary but interesting. I hope his foot is okay. That looked like a serious cut. But yeah, YouTube, if you enjoyed the video as well, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!